First on the news at 6, a nearly 100-year-old car dealership in Assumption Parish vows to reopen after a fire damaged their business.
4 people were inside the Chevrolet dealership when it started. They got out unharmed. News 2's Joe Collins in Napoleonville today, learning just how much this dealership means to the town.
I'm here at the Barbera Chevrolet where I talked to the local fire chief, and he's been in his position for around 40 years, and he says in his time he's never seen a fire this big or cause this much damage. Just a few minutes before 6 p.m. Wednesday, the Napoleonville Volunteer Fire Department got the call. Barbera Chevrolet was on fire.
When I turned on the corner right here, you could see a heavy column of black smoke. And then once I got on scene, the flames were already coming through the roof.
Since the fire happened after work hours, many of their volunteers were at home when the call came down. This, combined with the intensity of the fire, forced them to have to call multiple fire departments, asking for help.
Well, we called Pankerville Fire Department first because they are the closest one to that area. And then we ended up calling Labadeville, which is our neighbors to the south.
The heat index outside when the fire happened was around 105 degrees. With flames inside the building reaching 2,000 degrees, there was a lot of worry about the firefighters and their heavy gear. But they weren't the only one trying to protect the business. We talked to one resident who jumped into action when he heard the news, moving cars off their parking lot to try to save them. He says he's a friend of the Barbera family who originally owned the dealership.
I was headed back home and got the call that the dealership was on fire, so headed back over there to do anything I can. We're a small town. That's a family-owned business. We buy all our vehicles from them.
Other community members began dropping off supplies, such as water and Powerade for firefighters and workers, as they continued battling the blaze.
A lot of people have been asking what they could do to help. You know, it's just going to take time to rebuild. The only thing that everybody can do is come together as a community.
Joe Collins, WBRZ, News 2.
General Manager Chad Evans says they will be closed through the weekend. He says they hope to open soon, possibly as early as next week.